everybody's at war, everybody in those circumstances, because it's not just the soldiers at the front. That doesn't exist anymore.
Malcolm, it is a genuine pleasure and joy to speak with you again. I think I got the privilege of speaking with you over Son of a Critch a couple of years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we're still doing it. We're ready to do our fifth season, I think, in April. I know
Wow.
it's amazing. It's such a great show. I totally love it. But I do love Newfoundland, and I love going back there. So, usually we shoot it in the summer, but Benjamin, our lead, who's this lovely actor, he got the lead in a big, I don't know what it is. I think it's a video game. They're making some video game, but he got the lead, and it's a huge break for him. I mean, it's fantastic. So we're thrilled. Um, but it means we got pushed. Excuse me. So, but in a way, I'm happy about that because I've seen Newfoundland in the summer, and now I'm going to see it in the spring. But apparently, it's going to be quite different. But I'm hoping to see an iceberg float by, because I've been told, oh yeah, and I've said, well, I've never seen one, and if I haven't seen it, I can't really believe it. And they go, oh yeah, you will. So maybe if I go in April, May, I'll see one. So I'll look for.
Actually, actually glad you told me all that because I did hear that he had been cast.
Yeah.
I can't remember the film. I did wonder if that affected the show, but
Oh yeah,
that's good
totally.
to
No,
hear.
no, totally. We postponed, and rightly so, because it's so great for him. And he's such a lovely guy. He's a sweet. What you see is what you get,
Yeah.
and I'm really happy for him. So it's great.
Well, I think that's great. And I also think, and I truly do think The Partisan is great as well. What a incredible film.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank
for,
you. I'm very proud of it. I don't have a lot to do in it, but I really enjoyed what it was, and there's a lot going on in those scenes. Really, I think that obviously he's a handler, spy master, and I think you get the fact that he respects this girl. Excuse me. He respects her. He likes her a lot. His intuition tells him that she is the right one, but he also knows that she's probably not going to make it. And those were the choices in that war, or in any war, that um, the sad thing is that, that, I mean, it must be horrible to be put in that position, but when it's life or death for a population, then, it has to be sacrificed. I mean, horrible. I think it's like the Enigma machine, when they broke the codes, it was who were going to be, left. Which convoy would they leave? Because they couldn't give the Germans a pattern of to see that, oh my God, they must have broken our codes. We're going to change it. No. So they had to be very careful. And I've just seen a documentary on YouTube actually about Donitz and talking after the war. They said yes, they broke the codes. He went no, no. He could not believe it because even when the only thing possible, how did they find these, subs that were, way in Norwegian fjords and hiding out in these, and boom, the RAF would be over there or the USAF or whatever to bomb them and to get rid of them. When you think about it, but they were thought absolutely 100%, and they come to it many times. There's no way. It's trillions to one they could break it. But they had 8,000 people working at Bletchley Park.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like a division of the army. I mean, it was an army of people.
Yes.
But it shortened the war for sure some estimates are by 2 years. I believe it, actually. I believe it. And it was just by stupid things that they found the way a German soldier would log in with his girlfriend's name. Boom. And do that every time. Simple little things like that led to other things. And so it's fascinating. That whole thing is fascinating to me.
That sounds like nowadays when our password is just password, as we're
Yeah.
we're logging into our cell phones and whatnot. But
Yeah.
honestly, though, and truly, like this film is just gripping from beginning to end. It's got a real
Yeah.
intensity. But we've seen a lot of World War II films over the
I
years,
don't know.
of course,
Yeah.
and we keep going back to that era. I was
Yeah.
wondering, in your perspective, do you think that there's something about looking into the past that helps us understand who we are in the present?
It should, but often it's ignored.
Mm.
I mean, you know, um, I've been going to look at a movie I did 47 years ago, Caligula, and they've re-edited the thing. And I just was at a screening in Florence with Helen Mirren, and in the oldest theater in Florence. And I couldn't help but think how absolutely it's a mirror of what's happening now. And it's so shocking, really. But yes, I think if it enters the consciousness somehow, um, the warnings are there. But, of course, there's never been a film that altered really anything. But, it's all art, all, paintings, books, whatever, literature. It all helps to niggle away, you know. And by the way, I also learned that the most banned book in America, the United States of America, is A Clockwork Orange.
Really?
And I
Still?
tell you this, I wear that as a badge of honor
Well,
because how they could be that stupid is beyond me. But often they are crass and stupid. And people that are banning that book have got their brains up their ass for sure. But
well,
you see, the book is really about the freedom to choose, and that's a dirty word, isn't it, at the moment?
yeah, yeah,
Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold.
not a problem. And yes, absolutely. Though you're right. I mean, this is
Yeah,
art. Art is usually such a lens into who we are
exactly.
and a call to do better. And then we
Yeah,
ban that art from
yeah,
challenging us
yeah,
to step into that. It really is remarkable. Um,
yeah, yeah,
it and in this film too. Of course, the focus is on Krystyna,
yeah.
who is a story that I was unfamiliar with.
Hmm.
And I wondered from your perspective, from your preparation from the film, or what you knew before the film began, what is it about Krystyna's story that makes her so special? That is that call to us today.
Oh well, she's such a strong, independent woman. Before that was popular or a thing, and also having a woman spy is also way smarter because the perception is it's the weaker sex and all that bullshit. Um, especially in the 40s. But she's, resourceful, independent, bloody-minded, difficult, and yet exactly what is needed. And, Trenchcoat, my character, sees in her intuitively that she's the one, even though he knows that probably he's sending her to her own death. He knows that. But he also sort of admires her. He admires those qualities that he sees in her. And his intuition tells him through his experience that she's the one.
Mm.
And, excuse me. Yeah.
Um, Absolutely. There was a line in the film too that really caught my attention, and I wanted to ask your thoughts
Oh,
on it.
yeah.
And she's asked, I believe it's Krystyna that's asked what she's going to teach them, or teach people, and it's that you don't need bombs or guns to fight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's Krystyna that says that or not, but I am fascinated by that line, and I wondered
Yeah.
if you think that's true.
Totally true. I mean, Enigma. I mean, that's the greatest example. Um, it's the U.S. broke the codes, the naval codes of the Japanese. They would never have won the Battle of Midway without that, because they literally changed the war. They sunk in 5 minutes 4 Japanese carriers. I mean, incredible, incredible. Um, so yeah. There's all kinds of ways, to fight a war, and I think the Brits, because in World War II they didn't have the resources. They were up
Yeah.
against it. Um, but interestingly enough, Churchill, you know, set up the SAS, the commandos. He was the one who insisted on them. And that was really it was a huge thing to do that, because there was no SAS before that. And, they were an extraordinary group of men. I mean, just the stuff that they did in the desert, going in to an airfield, German airfield in the Libyan desert, and, destroying 50 odd planes, and then going back 2 weeks later and doing the same again. They got rid of a whole squadron of Luftwaffe planes. I mean, literally in jeeps. So it's a different kind of warfare. It's a different kind of thing. You have to look at it differently. And the army, where everything is so regimented, especially the British army, and the Germans are even worse. They weren't allowed to think on their feet, but whereas the Americans were taught to do that. And then the GIs were incredible for that. They would
Mm.
be able to, you know, fight with the conditions more than, over the top lads, that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, you're right. It is a good line. It's a wonderful line.
And something else about a film that I thought was very interesting too is we see the tension or the toll may be a better word, that war takes on the people themselves, the
Yeah.
soldiers themselves. And we
Yeah.
see that,
Oh, yeah.
this point of losing oneself in the battle.
Yeah.
And I wondered, in your mind, do you think that there's something about war that strips us of our humanity, as the
Yeah.
soldiers, that strips us of their humanity and who they are?
I think so. I mean, look, it's very hard to put oneself in London in the Blitz, or in Kiev
Mm.
right now, or for that matter, in Palestine, the Gaza Strip. I mean, what's happening I mean, how do you exist? I mean, families are in the front line, families, children, women, children. I mean, it's not about soldiers. It's just, carpet bombing, basically. And, you know, it's and it's really hard to put oneself. How would one feel as a civilian? You know, obviously everybody's at war. Everybody in those circumstances, because it's not just the soldiers at the front. That doesn't exist anymore. The last war to do that on a big scale, World War One. Excuse me. That was fought in the trenches, and that was sort of away from the population, of Paris, of London, of Berlin. It was fought in Flanders and places, and Belgium. I mean, so, but World War II, of course, it was brought right into the homes of people, and that was pretty brutal and pretty awful.
Yeah, and we see in this film this idea of home is sort of stripped away,
Yeah,
from these characters. But
yeah.
there's something so unique and so special about this film. It really is.
Well, I'm really
Remarkable.
thrilled that you think so. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate it. I do. And honestly, Malcolm, it's such a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For
You
your
too.
time.
Very
Absolutely.
nice to talk to you. Yeah, great.
Ernest,
And thank you for enjoying it.
Thank you.
Sorry I'm spluttering here. I've got a cold coming in.
Not at all. Not at all. I believe me. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.